transparent home loan approval in minutes. Skip the bank, skip the waiting, and go completely online at quickenloans.com/American. And from Blue Apron. Blue Apron delivers farm-fresh, perfectly portioned ingredients and step-by-step recipes so you can make incredible meals at home. Rediscover how fun cooking can be while supporting sustainable farms. Your first 3 meals are free at blueapron.com/American.
Back in 1995, back in the days when two women who barely knew each other, Martha Miller and Susan McDonald, got a letter from Martha's mom.
Dear Martha and Sue, have you ever suspected or been told that we took home the baby that belonged to Kay and Bob McDonald, and they later took home the baby that belonged to us?
That's Martha reading. And the purpose of this letter is that Mrs. Miller is breaking the news, 43 years after the fact, to Martha and Sue that she took the wrong baby home from the hospital. And Martha and Sue were switched at birth. But she's not Martha's biological mom. She's Sue's. And part of what makes it so strange is that this wasn't the sort of thing where Mrs. Miller figured this out to her surprise after decades of wondering and pondering and painstaking detective work. No. She knew it the day she got home from school.
Support for This American Life comes from Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Lift the burden of getting a home loan with Rocket Mortgage and get a secure, transparent home loan approval in minutes. Skip the bank, skip the waiting, and go completely online at quickenloans.com/American. And from Blue Apron. Blue Apron delivers farm-fresh, perfectly portioned ingredients and step-by-step recipes so you can make
This is back in the days when people still delivered big news to each other by mail. Two women who go
supporting sustainable farms. Your first 3 meals are free at blueapron.com/American.
Back in 1994. This is back in the days when people still delivered big news to each other by mail. Two women who barely knew each other, Martha Miller and Susan McDonald, got a letter from Martha's mom.
Dear Martha and Sue, have you ever suspected or been told that we took home the baby that belonged to Kay and Bob McDonald, and they later took home the baby that belonged to us?
That's Martha reading. And the purpose of this letter is that Mrs. Miller is breaking the news, 43 years after the fact, to Martha and Sue that she took the wrong baby home from the hospital. And Martha and Sue were switched at birth. But she's not Martha's biological mom. She's Sue's. And part of what makes it so strange is that this wasn't the sort of thing where Mrs. Miller figured this out to her surprise after decades of wondering and pondering and painstaking detective work. No. She knew it the day she got home from the hospital in 1951 that she had the wrong baby. A baby born to a woman named Kay McDonald. She kept it quiet all those years. Here is how Mrs. Miller explained that in the letter. The other daughter in this baby switch, Sue, who was born to Mrs. Miller, the one writing the letter, but raised by Kay McDonald, the other woman, reads,
I had complete anesthesia, so was asleep when our baby was born. The nurse weighed the baby and must have left her in the delivery room until after Kay's baby was born, very soon after mine.
When we took our baby home, she sneezed 5 times in a row.
Again, Martha Miller, who now goes by Marty, who once was the baby who sneezed 5 times in a row.
I thought that was strange. Never had that happen with any of our others. We had a baby scale at home. When I weighed the baby, she weighed 2.5 pounds less than her birth weight.
I was sure then that there had been a mix-up. I talked to Norbert about it, but he did not want to disgrace our good Dr. Deslock. A week or so after the baby's birth, I was reaching for something way back in the attic closet